Welcome to This Sacred Life in the Divine Feminine Spotlight. I'm transformation goddess, best-selling author, and award-winning producer Shann Vander Leek. Listen in for wisdom teachings and transparent conversations with soulful women about walking in beauty, reclaiming your feminine sovereignty, and celebrating the mystery and wonder of your sacred life. Welcome back to This Sacred Life in the Divine Feminine Spotlight. I'm Shann Vander Leek. Today I'm going to dive into a subject that's been top of mind for me over the last couple of months, and it's all about honoring your inner teenager and perhaps healing your inner teenager as well. This summer, my 17-year-old daughter graduated from high school, and so over the last month, we've been celebrating her with her graduation party, open house, and a special trip to Detroit to see Harry Styles in concert, followed by a trip to Grosse Pointe, where I grew up, which is just outside of the city of Detroit. And as I was driving her through the neighborhoods and taking her to my high school, showing her where I grew up, oh my goodness, the flood of memories that came forward. Just incredible stuff. It had been almost 20 years since I visited my old stomping grounds. So as you can imagine, there was all kinds of bittersweet memories. When I returned from our trip downstate, I decided that what I really needed to do was let my inner teenager off the hook a bit. And while I've done quite a bit of work around healing my inner child, I didn't spend a whole lot of time healing my inner teenager. And she took the brunt of a lot of guilt and shame and shoulds and could haves and all of the very normal and natural things that come up for us when we come of age and start to look back at our unconscious behaviors or look back at decisions that we made. All of that. At a certain point, it's time to let that go, to realize that that young person, that inner teenager, helped you get to where you are today. All of her decisions, all of her choices, all of her mistakes, all of her humiliations, all of it led you to so much more. The experiences that you bring forward and the way that you show up as a mom or as a sister or as a girlfriend are all an alchemy of all of these experiences. So I invite you to join me in taking some time to really sit with your inner teenager, to honor her, no matter how she showed up as a teen, whether she was a straight-A student, athlete, and seemingly perfect, whether she barely made it to high school, barely made it out of high school, whether she made choices that your parents wouldn't have preferred or that maybe you look back on now and wish she hadn't have made. All of it counts. Honor her. Let her know that you love her, that you see her, that you are grateful for her, that she helped you and guided you to the place where you are now. And one of the ways that you can do this is by creating an altar to honor her. And this is something I just did, so this is one of the reasons why this episode is all about this. I found my high school picture, and not a small one actually, the 8x10. Put that up at the top of my altar. I surrounded her with a giant chunk of rose quartz for heart healing and sweetness, some holy water that has been blessed by the 13 grandmothers, along with many other holy people and teachers from sacred springs all across the country, and actually outside of the country, as well as a note that includes several kind words from some people from my past that spoke up when they saw me post a picture of my old high school or saw me post a picture of myself at 17 years old. So I wrote those kind words on a notepad and put that on the altar as well. She also has a dragonfly, which have been very meaningful to me for my entire life and really speak of wisdom and transformation, as well as a beautiful stone that I found that almost looks like somebody painted an angel on the stone. Just really cool. Anyway, I also found an old heart box. It's painted yellow with flowers on top that I've had since I was a teenager. So all of that went up on the altar. And then now I just pass by and give thanks and accept her and thank her and pray and let her know that I honor her, that I respect her, and that I've learned so much from her. So this is going to be my practice for the entire month of July. And I invite you to join me in the same practice if you're so called. You're welcome to post pictures of your altar, should you choose to create one, at the Goddess Talk Sessions Facebook group. I'd love to see what you create, honoring the one in you who might have taken a whole bunch of criticism, or who may have been forgotten, or who just simply deserve to be witnessed again, to let the memories come forward, to bless them and release them. Thanks so much for listening to This Sacred Life. I absolutely love sharing time with you and invite you back soon for another Divine Feminine Spotlight interview. Until next time, big love. Thanks for listening to This Sacred Life. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to leave some stars and a favorable review at iTunes. And be sure to visit transformationgoddess.com to claim your free album of guided relaxations for women who do too much.